Oh, all right. All right. All right. I know I had it on ES. Yeah, that shit was like super down. I'm gonna take it though. I'm gonna take it. Yeah, it's just gonna be the impatience for real. Hmm. Hey, yo, what's up? Well, apparently I had a limit sitting in. I'm at 4K. What a beautiful surprise! What a beautiful surprise! I will say that. How's everybody doing tonight? So, I definitely been doing a lot of data collecting over the weekend. As stated last week, I have came up with a trade policy, um, trade report, after report. I will be utilizing that moving forward. I will say that this project has definitely been interesting because you never really pay attention to something until you have to actually do it. So my original idea with this was that I was going to like create a form of some kind, but I just wanted this to be offline. I didn't want anything online, any databases, any storage of data, anything. I just kind of wanted this to be an offline thing. And un- I've come to realize that that's actually not easily done. So I had to get very creative, and I've come up with a solution. Uh, my trade policy is going to be crafting a trade. What's my confidence level, risk to reward, asset, final review, and thoughts, notes, thesis. So we're going to be crafting trades moving forward. I thought that was cute. AI actually helped me come up with this using the using information that I fed it. It generated this. So yeah, our trade policy moving forward, we will be crafting all of our trades. Beautiful. Our trade report is going to consist of a lot of things. Uh, we're going to, before a trade, we're going to put the time of the trade, the asset class, what's the objective, and why do I expect what I expect to happen. And this is going to be the area where I put in my thesis, put in my reasoning. I will be start collecting screenshots as well. So I mean, as an example, I think I may already have a yeah. So what I'll be doing now is collecting screenshots. In my trade objective, just put. Oops. Hold on. Give me a second. I don't know what my daughter's whining about. Give me a second. So let me just put a test. Start collecting screenshots. Talking about my thesis. I probably have screenshots of my entry chart. Probably screenshots of my time-based chart. So right now, I'm looking for a particular pullback. Take a screenshot of this. Place it in my. All right. Yeah, probably put screenshots in this thing. Probably mark it up, as a test. I put my entry, stop, my confidence level, reason for my confidence level. And then we're going to do an impulse control checklist. Uh, actually, probably should put does this setup. Does this setup match my trade model? Y'all guys know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a strong move in one direction. I'm looking for a pullback, and I'm looking for the closest area to structure using a fib. And that's going to be my trade model. Am I trading out of boredom? Am I trading out of boredom, frustration, or FOMO? And actually, I need to answer this question. Actually, Says my confidence level is based on evidence and not emotions. And am I prepared to accept the outcome and will not adjust my orders? And have I discussed the review of the trade with the risk managers in the chat? All right. And this will be the trade report moving forward. So this document has to be filled out before actually taking the trade. Once this document is filled out, then I can place my limits on the chart and we'll just see what happens. What this is going to do is just going to kind of minimize the impulsive, emotional, out of nowhere trades. Like, oh yeah, that looks like a double top. Well, okay, did we plan for this trade? Do we have any? What's our confidence level of the trade? What direction is the market trading in, et cetera, et cetera. So just going to delete that. All right, and so this will be the template right here. So I want to make sure I save this and try and just put this as like a template. Nice. That's exactly what I wanted. Nice. Nice. That's exactly what I just copy and pasted. I just copied. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is going to be the template. And this is how we're going to move forward with this. Trade report. And then after we take the trade, we're going to check our emotional pulse, the intermarket report. What is your current state of mind? How are you currently feeling? And your concerns. And these can be filled out, as the trade is going on. If I see the market chopping or anything, I just put my concerns. Did I follow my plan? What went well? What needs work? And I'm not going to just be putting something in this field just to put something. One of my biggest pet peeves is that in a managerial role, sometimes they're told, well, in a managerial role, we're told that, oh, we have to find fault because nobody's perfect. And I can understand if there actually is fault in somebody's work that needs correction, but if somebody's work is good enough, I'm not going to sit here and try to find fault into something just because we don't want them to feel that they're perfect. So, this field right here will definitely be if I need to, maybe I need to better entry. If I have to use majority of my stop, I have a 45 tick stop. So if I'm using 39 ticks of it, what I can work on is just better entries. If I can get my risk down to less than 18 ticks, that is definitely the goal. That is definitely the goal. But if not, I mean, we're going to just focus on the fact that if it took 39 ticks for our trade to work out, well, I mean, we're not going to complain about that. We'll just try to do better next time. So moving forward, this is what I'll be doing moving forward. So any trades that happen off stream, I don't know if that's should that be a rule? Should all my trades be on stream? You know what? Yeah, I think so. I think all the trades should be on stream. Just for accountability's sake. I think so. I'll have an account that I'll trade off stream, but for the account that we're trading on stream, all trades will be on stream. I believe that it will just showcase, like if I take a loss, how does it help? Or yeah, how does it help if I get my money back off stream? Y'all didn't even see how I did it. Y'all don't even know how I did it. And for newer traders, this can be an example of, okay, yeah, I'm down and this is the best way on how to work your way out. Take a break, kind of plan the next trade, accept what's happened, document it, and look out for the next trade to get your money back. And if you have a follow-up loser, closing the account out or locking yourself out of the account, that's going to build that's a great habit to build. So I will have trades that I have off stream, but that's going to be in a totally different account. But the account that we're following, all trades will be on stream. All funded accounts, all the trades will be on stream. I think that's probably the well, we'll see. But yeah. Okay. Also, we did talk about we also talked about me collecting data for the orb. And I will say this, I only got through 3 days. This trade policy thing kind of took longer than I expected. However, I will have it done probably before next Sunday. But moving forward, we'll still collect the data moving forward, and then I'll just fill in the data. I'll just fill in that data as we go on. So for tomorrow and this week, we'll capture the data. But I will say this. I don't know if y'all guys can see that. Let me know if y'all can see that. Maybe. Okay. It says the current window is too small to properly display this sheet. Okay. All right. There we go. I think that's probably. All right. So tracking the orb. So I started at June 2nd and I just got to 3 days. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the time the break happened. And this is the rules for the orb. I'm looking for my entry to be a point above or below the range. Now, you can do this however you want. What I'm looking for to keep it simple is 1 point above the high and the low. So if I get triggered, that's the entry. Now, I'm going to track the time when that actually happens. I'm going to track if that was a break low or a break high. And I'm looking for the initial reaction, the drawdown, the result, the full move, and if price actually reversed after we get the range breakout. And I'm going to take notes of what happened. So on June 2nd, around 8:55, we have a break low. It was a false break initially. And if you took that range breakout, it actually came down and then it went right back up. And you would have been 46 points in drawdown. However, it did reject from the 21 EMA, and from that rejection, from the entry, it rejected 79 points. So the MNQ swept liquidity below the opening range, triggering a bear trap. Following this, the market retraced to the 21 EMA on the 2000 tick chart before successfully breaking, what is it, below the opening range. All right. The second day, it says after the break above the opening range, the MNQ traded 43 points to the upside. The MNQ pulled back 81 points before rallying 161 points. And this is the style that I'm going to be going with moving forward. This was just a rough draft, but I think this style is very concise and to the point. After breaking above the opening range, this is how much it traded at above my entry. I think there was a, I think this one pulled back. So you pull back. And that's something else that I'm gonna have to actually think about as well. Do I want to? Okay, so yeah, okay. I was like, I know I did this. Okay, so it was only 11 points in drawdown this time. What I'm going to do is, if it's not a significant pullback, if it doesn't describe what I'm looking for, then I'm not going to put it in the notes. I'll just mark it down in the drawdown. This position had 11 points in drawdown before pushing up 43 points. But initially, or the full move was 160 points to the upside after that 81 point pullback. So, kind of just to be clear, it broke, it pulled back 11 points, and then it moved 43 points, and then it pulled back 81 points, and then it finally traded 160 points to the upside. So, that was the full move. This is the result before the pullback, and this is the drawdown so far. So on June 4th, it happened around 8:59. So at least what I'm seeing so far is that the range break likes to happen at least at the beginning of this month around that 8:55 mark, because we've had 3 consecutive sessions where the market kind of broke around that 8:55 mark. So I think that's good information right there. We can pay attention to the charts around 8:55. We still need to collect more data, but so far 8:55 seems to be that time frame. And the last one, after breaking below the opening range, the M&Q pulled back 22 points after rejecting the 21 EMA. After rejecting the 21 EMA, after rejecting the 21 EMA, I gotta put a comment there. All right, so price traded 78 points from the entry and reversed 162 points to the upside. So after breaking below the opening range, the M&Q pulled back 22 points. After rejecting the 21 EMA, price traded 78 points from the entry, or yeah, I think that's probably clear. Or 78 points to the downside. No, I'll just keep it like that. 78 points from the entry and reverse 162 points to the upside. Uh, uh, we'll get a uniform statement, because what I want to put, but I feel like it might be too much. Price traded 78 points to the downside from the entry. I'll just put it like that. I think that's because that's more clear. 78 points to the downside from the entry and reversed 162 points to the upside. So I think that's cool. Yeah. All right. So, hey, yo, what's up, Cave Trader? Oh, I started doing my trades last week when I got the future test. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, let's actually look at but yeah, before we get started though, kind of want to shout out Cave Trader. Say he's close to a payout as long as you stay consistent. He's almost close to a payout right now. So this is Cave Trader. Cave Trader, you said that you're only trading micros in your account, right? And if so, that's a great balance right there. And I want to point out that where's my pin at? Want to point out the this is what happens when you trade your plan and stop out. He has a 38% win rate right here, 46% win rate, and he's got $6,000 in his funded account. So that's why you stop out where you need to stop out and don't revenge trade. I mean, there's going to be a follow-up trade, and you can always make your money back. Okay. So I'm gonna just ask because I'm gonna get out of that. All right. All right, so let's look at this. So I think if I'm gonna look at the charts on gold, mm, mm, mm. Well, all right, let me see what you guys think. So one micro pro trade. Well, that's good, man. So I'm doing the orb cave trader, and I'm just documenting how the Nasdaq responds to the orb. And I will say that she is a bitch. I mean, it seems like she likes to, or at least from what I've seen, she likes to kind of fake out traders at that orb. She's been faking out. At least in the beginning of the month, she was faking out. She did it twice, where she would pull back and then go in the direction after everybody got stopped out. So, like I said, we'll collect that data. We'll see how she behaves at that orb, and we can definitely build a strategy around that. All right, cool, man. Yeah, and just send me the results, and I'll showcase them on the stream. Uh, Investor C says he back tested the orb, but he entered the trade at the break. No way on the pullback. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it either because that's the NQ. Sometimes she'll pull back, and then sometimes she'll keep going. That's just too much mental resources in an emotional situation. So I guess prepare for a lot of fuckery, but if you're in the trade, you win. So I mean, 40 points ain't nothing to laugh at, but it'll be nice to get what we got on Friday or Thursday, where it just kept going. Man, that was a beautiful trade. $50,000 on a 10 lot if you caught that move to the downside. $20,000 on the ES if you caught that move to the downside. It's life changing money right there. To make in a day, $20,000, especially from these firms. So uh, if you just really start planning these trades and getting these bigger trades with these firms, get these firms to start sweating. Yeah, that would definitely be a power move for sure. Mm, okay. RG says he doesn't like the movement on the 1 minute though. Mm. Actually, was I looking at NG? Oh, just NG traders. Yeah, NG is moving, man. But yeah, I ain't gonna ever trade NG. The market is definitely in a downtrend though. So, and that's something else that I'm gonna just start waiting on. I'm not necessarily gonna not fight the trend, but that is definitely a trend breakout right there. So Honestly, this actually might be a good excuse for a long right here. Mm, mm, mm. The question is on gold. Did we just hit supply? Did we just hit supply on gold? That's the question. Yeah, where are you targeting, RG? Did you say it already? It says took a short off the sweep of the fib level. Hopefully we get down to 33,736. 3373. Which fib level did you use? Hmm. I mean, we should. But man, that was a beautiful ES play, dude. I probably should have stayed in it, but when I came back to the charts and saw that I was up 4K, I was like, oh shit. Let me just take the profits before that thing comes back down to my break even, and that's half the account. I think the shorts are good. I think the shorts are good. Yeah, this was a trade from last Friday on the ES. That with that short, with that or breakdown from the from ES. I may actually just track the orb on the ES. I think the orb on the ES is probably a lot better. You can get in with size and with confidence. Actually, let me look at this before I take it off. Okay, so price is well beyond this area. I can take this off. I can take these. Oh, we'll see. We'll see if price. We'll see if these trend lines are going to play any significance moving forward. This trend line, this trend channel is done. Price is well beyond that. Honestly, we may actually have. No, we don't. We don't. All right, so we'll see what happens. Did you ask me the you said did I mark up my new contract charts? No, I haven't. Or usually I don't mark it up. Uh what I do, I kind of clean up my chart every week. So what you're seeing on the what you're seeing on the screen is just my volume profile. And any additional markings that I have, I clean these up every week. I try not to have ranges from last week kind of influencing my trades from this week. I'm not saying that all my ranges or anything stops working just because we're in a new week. Usually the market creates new ranges every week anyway. And I just tend and just it keeps me in a it keeps me engaged with the charts. Just finding ranges, finding support and resistance. It just keeps me engaged with the chart. Surprised this thing didn't even but yeah, I think yeah. If you're in this short, it may try to double bottom off of this because we got a trend break. And so now the bulls are well above the downward trend, the resistance trend line. You can see that they failed and price came right back into the right back underneath the resistance trend line. And then they used it as support and actually was able to bounce off of it. But it bounced into a previous area of supply as well. So I think you do. I think you will get your target. I do think that we'll probably see a bullish reaction somewhere in this area though. But these are all the way at the lows. This actually does fit my model too. This does fit my model, the pullback trade. But I'm going to wait for more information tomorrow. I'm going to wait. Oh my God. Yeah, me too. I didn't expect that either, but I thought we was going to see a gap up and a continuation. So we saw the gap up, but then they came back and straight filled the thing, and it looks like it wants to continue to go down. What I think is happening, and this is my assumption, but this is what I think is happening. If I probably look at oil probably actually let's look at that before we say anything about it. I think it might be oil that might have just gapped up and just continued and just ran. Let's look at that real quick. Hmm. Well, oil is at 75 right now. I don't know where it was at on Monday. And I don't particularly care to even pull up actually let's look at that. Hmm. Hmm. All right, so let's see. Okay, so yeah, I expected that from oil. I expected a gap up in the continuation from oil. Okay. But gold is on the other hand, I can understand why, but I can understand why it may not continue to go. I don't think nobody expects Iran to retaliate. It was the uncertainty that will the United States act? Now that we know that the United States has acted and they claim to have destroyed a lot, they've destroyed what, 3 nuclear bases in Iran? I think the market is now like, okay, the uncertainty's over. We did it. It's time to move on. I think it's highly unlikely for them to retaliate, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did. From what I understand, they're very, very religious in terms of they believe it's an eye for an eye. It would be seen as weakness if they don't retaliate in some shape or fashion. And men that are driven by the strong belief in their God and they'll justify their actions through their God, they tend to be the most dangerous. History has shown that. They tend to be the most dangerous because nothing material, you can't negotiate with them in a material sense. They won't do anything that they feel will go against their God. And unfortunately, a lot of people get hurt like that. So I can understand. I can understand why they don't want them to have a nuclear weapon, but at the same time, it's the reality is that they're highly likely going to retaliate in some shape or form or fashion. So I guess that's the next thing for speculators to be uncertain about. But it's highly likely that they probably won't because how would they? Trump has already said that if they do, they will be obliterated. Um, but you can't threaten men with death if they're already at peace with their God. You can't threaten people like that. You just it's not going to work. You're not going to get the response that you want out of them. It's like, oh, we're going to kill you if you don't do what we say. Well, shit, they're already at peace with their God. So you can't threaten death to men like that. So we'll see what happens. The saga continues, I guess. Mm-hmm. Mm. Could be the Mega Meadow. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Religious men, you just don't. They are focused. mm. It's highly likely that we'll see at least the Nasdaq. I wouldn't short the Nasdaq. That does kind of look like price wants to potentially fill that gap, but we already know that the first attempt to fill that gap on the Nasdaq is a trap. We all know that that's a trap. So maybe look around like S2, maybe 815, 795 to 815 because I remember this being an area where the market bounced. Yeah, like right here. This is where the market bounced like last week or something like that. Then we saw a bounce from the market right there. So maybe 795, 815 will probably be a range where the market reacts here on the Nasdaq, because we already know she's not going to fill that gap the first time, or maybe she does this time. Who knows? But 9 times out of 10, she usually does not fill that gap the first time. The ES would. The Nasdaq is usually a trap, and we've seen that play out constantly. Consistently see that as a trap. Yeah. So on the orb, actually I haven't even thought about the stop actually. So I usually trade with the 27-point stop. So if there's going to be a stop, that will be the stop, 27 points. Recently I have kind of doubled that stop and reduced size so I can have a 54-point stop, but 27 is my universal stop for Nasdaq. Yeah, Ustani. So Alfred has been killing it with the orb strategy, killing it, building up his accounts, getting multiple payouts. And so what I've decided to do is just track that. I try not, so for me, I try not to take trades like that. And it's just me. It's just me. I don't want to get so mechanical with my trading that that's what I look for. And I just have a habit of, if I find an easy way to do something, then my first initial thought is, damn, think about all the time that you spent trying to understand how the market moves just for you to do some orb strategy. And that's not me hating on the strategy. This is just me in my internal dialogue. If I find that this orb strategy does what I want it to do, then I just have a habit of just either self-sabotaging so all my work doesn't, quote unquote, seem to have gone to waste, or I'll just completely throw away everything else and just do that and just get paid. I have a habit of doing that. I don't want to do that. So because I don't want to do it, I have a natural resistance to things that are too easy. This resistance is a double-edged sword. I also have a habit of turning an easy concept and making it harder so it can become more challenging. But that is something that I know that I need to work on, and that's what I'm working on. So now I'm just tracking the orb strategy. And if it is something that is easy, I guess I'll just have it as as an easy cash grab, I guess. But that's like in the past, that's what I'm trying to say. That's why I tend to avoid strategies like that. So I put in a lot of work. And I would just hate the fact that it was like, if the orb strategy was the first thing that I've learned and I didn't have to learn anything else, then shit, I'll be doing that all day. But all that sweat, blood, and tears just for an orb strategy to invalidate all that. Yeah. All right. So, man, this is tough. This is definitely tough. If we do get a pullback back into this range, it is highly likely to work. It is highly likely to see a reversal from this area. But what I don't like, my only concern, and I'm pretty sure when I wake up tomorrow, my concerns will be invalid. But what I'm thinking is that we'll probably get a second leg down here on gold. That's what my concerns are. Or maybe it's already happened. Maybe it's already happened. I think we'll see a continuation down on gold. It's not bullish on gold right now. We have definitely been in a downtrend on gold for what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 6 days now. So it's highly likely for this thing to continue downward. But I mean, it is this area right here where price can potentially bounce. So I guess I'll just let the market play out overnight. If I miss this bus, there's definitely going to be plenty more tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, what's up, Alfred? Yeah, that's definitely true. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple. Market is very like I said, it's very simple. This thing is very simple. It's very easy. The one thing that I particularly don't care for is one of the things that I do is that I will overcomplicate it and then just kind of watch it do what I expect it to do, trying to be cute. It's like, oh, this time it's gonna do something different. Like, no, it doesn't do anything different. It does everything the same, but differently. And remember that night where the gold came down so hard that it blew the account and then it recovered about 40 points. So I was looking at the charts. I think was it I don't think that was it. I was looking at the charts and I kind of zoomed out. Man, I don't know why I didn't see this before. Like I said, I had to zoom out. When I saw this, when I said that I was beating myself up for missing this, because remember I was in this short, or I was actually in this long, and I was trying to front run the level. And then I zoomed out and I was like, "Oh my god. Oh my god. This is why I should have stuck with my original thesis." Not only was this a bigger form of my pullback trade, that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. It was literally the pullback trade. I was literally trading against my own model, looking for the shorts because I didn't zoom out. I did look at it, but then I was thinking to myself, maybe it might miss this level and continue to go higher. But no, it pulled right back to the entry, back where I thought it was going to pull back to. And it made this move right here. I should have never traded against this. And yet I did. And boy, did I kick myself in the butt because of that. I was like, man, how did you miss this? Or how did you let how did you let yourself how did I blind myself to this trade? So yeah, I guess I guess we had to live and learn, I guess. I learned to kind of zoom out a little bit and trust the original thesis because it literally swept the liquidity underneath this low. It never traded anywhere close to this low. And all it did was shoot higher, swept the liquidity above this level, and then traded in a range. And then shit, it didn't even break until like the next session. And then it did the same thing again right here. So when I see these strong moves in one direction, then I should at least be trading to test the retest at least. This one right here, this one would have been tricky. I feel like this probably was a manipulation move right here. I mean, yeah, pull back, but a lot of people got stopped out of this move just for it to go in the direction. Because technically, that should have been a head and shoulders pattern right there. It's not technically, it was a head and shoulders pattern. But for whatever reason, the bulls stepped right back up and bought it up again. Hmm. Okay. Well, all right. So I guess we'll see, man. I guess we'll see. I guess what I could do is rest to reward. And RG, yeah, you should be getting your target hit. I really don't see why it wouldn't hit it. Because gold rejected from this area, unless they pull back and try to double top up here before actually coming back into this range. Because this is a break, a two-legged pullback back into supply. So if they're going to pull back to double top this high and then go down, that will be the only concern in this position. I mean, unless, well, okay. I guess that's another concern of this short right there. Apparently, there was a trend line going up right here. We just saw the bulls kind of buy off that trend line. Mm-hmm. So your stops at break even? Yeah. You said gold's doing you right today? Yeah. Oh, my bad, cave trader. For a target, so I usually do so. I guess we can do it how I trade the smaller accounts. I usually go for 36 points, which is what? 300 ticks is probably fine though. Yeah, 300 ticks is fine. Oh shit. Oh, my bad. Smith, man, trying to join. Actually, Smith, Smith may join us. I can't. Smith, I was like, man, you better get back on this streaming. Oh, there he is, right there. Hey, yo, what's up?
What up?
Man, yo, Smith, I don't understand why you such a hater like that, bro.
What you talking about?
Man, you went to micro Bitcoin instead of trading the almighty gold? Micro Bitcoin?
I'd rather trade Bitcoin than gold. Yes.
Why? Why?
What you mean?
Gold is obviously the superior instrument. Why?
Nah.
Oh, cave trader. No, don't say that. Don't say that.
Let the truth come out tonight.
The truth is, The almighty gold. I mean, I do keep Bitcoin
Nah.
on my chart too, though. I'm looking at Bitcoin right now. You said that you're in a long right now because it looks like it's about to go short. Dang, Bitcoin even gap down? Damn.
Oh yeah.
Hmm. Missing all the bear moves. I mean, in all honesty, I mean, I probably should go back to Bitcoin too. I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't enjoy trading Bitcoin. I love the fact that I can just short that thing.
You love your Bitcoin shorts. Did you close out of that ES position?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Shit. I think if that came back down to break even, that would have been the account. Shit. That would have been it. And I was like, yeah, but yeah, apparently it got filled and Apex left the limit. Left the limit. I was like, okay, you know, it ain't my fault.
Yeah, okay. They're gonna go checking that when it's time to cash out. Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. You left a limit on the board. I'm not gonna pay you out this time, but you can try again in 3 weeks.
Hey, as long as they let me keep my profits and not take it. I bet Apex is punching
Yeah, the
the air right
commissions
now.
are pretty high.
Are
Let me
they?
see how much I spent in commissions tonight. Damn, I spent well, I traded a couple different things. Just MNQ and MBT, but my commission so far is $20.
Dang.
It don't sound like a lot, but when you trade in micros, that's everything.
You said no man's land for you? Yeah, I would trade Bitcoin in an eval, but I ain't gonna ever trade Bitcoin on a funded account. It's too illiquid for me. And the spreads
That's
be
the
horrible
beauty
at
of it.
times. You said
That's the
what?
beauty of it.
Is
That's
it?
the beauty. The spreads are good right now, and surprisingly,
Yeah, for right now.
and you get a run going on. You on the right side, man. Just sit back and watch the money print.
Yeah. Yeah. You can also get that with gold.
I don't need you pleading the case for gold. I told you I'm not touching that. I ain't touching it. Bitcoin playing games right now. I might actually cut this and just come back tomorrow.
Are you in a short right now? Or are you in a
No,
long?
still in my long.
Uh, yeah, I mean, well, I mean, you just won't catch me
Going,
in a Bitcoin long. They're just too dangerous.
we're going for gap fill. That's what we're going for.
How many contracts you trading?
Uh,
Uh-oh.
3.
3, huh? 3, huh? Nah. Probably I
No,
need to
no,
add a 30
seriously,
to that
3.
or a 0 to that.
Nah, nah, it's 3. Oh man, 3.
You heard the hesitation. He's not in 3 contracts. He probably started the position at 3. And he just realized that, oh shit, I'm probably in 7 or 9 right now. When did that happen?
Yeah, right.
I know.
My my account 3 is 93. Maybe if that was an eval, sure. But it's the personal account, and I just closed out of my Australian dollars short. Oh my goodness. And I just looked at it. That's trash. They would do that.
I'm about to look at it right now.
They missed my target by like a couple of pips and then pump back up. So I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'll close it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then it comes back and exceeds.
Of course. Of course. Another story for the House of Taking Profits. Another story.
You don't go. What did I send you? You don't go broke taking profits.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
How you figure that?
Yes. You take your profits now, and then you see it like you take your profit. Just imagine this: you had a 10-point target. You take it at what 5, 4 because you started playing around, and then it exceeds. And then what are you gonna do? You're gonna jump right back in it at a worse entry, and then that's where you lose the money.
It sounds like it sounds like you talking about NQ and gold trying to chase. Never chase gold.
Yeah, we know
Rule
that.
number 1. I forgot I left my limit to go long on here, so it hit my limit long.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm long Australian dollar.
I will get out of that, but it's your account. No, I'll definitely get out of that. You see that daily bar? I'm looking at the chart right now. I would not long this.
You looking at a daily?
I'm looking at a daily, bro. Look at that daily candle, bro. Hell no, I wouldn't long that shit. Would you long that? Look at that devil schlong going down, man. Hell no, I ain't longing that shit.
Yeah, I mean, from a daily perspective, sure.
You got a trend line break too? Hell no, that's a no go. That is confidence level on this trade is below 50. It's against policy to take those types of trade.
Against policy.
It's against policy.
Company policy.
Hell yeah, bro. Oh yeah, at the beginning of the stream, I shared my trade policy for moving forward. I got a trade report that I got to fill out. I got a craft policy. So yeah, for those that just joining, my trade policy is that we have to craft all our trades, confidence level, risk to reward, asset, final review, checklist, and thoughts, notes, thesis. So we got to craft our trades. That's the trade policy. We got a trade report. We have to justify the trade and just let it play out. And the emotional pulse. What is our current state of mind? How am I currently feeling? What are my concerns? And after the trade is, did I follow my plan? What went well? What needs work? I think that's a great start. And obviously, this is going to be a living document. So it's going to probably expand and become more efficient and give me the data that's going to help me and also help you guys become better traders. So I'm in the documentation phase of my trades, and this is a below 50 trade. So this is against my policy to take. A long would be probably like a 40 to 30% success rate with this nasty red daily candle right now. Hell no.
You wouldn't long into that support there?
Hell no. That's just a trend line break. You got to think, well, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say anything in terms of how you should manage your position. But if it was me, I see a trend line break. I know that there's stops right here. And you know how that shit go. We don't see our own demons, but we definitely see other people's demons. That is not a hell no. I mean, let me look at a smaller time frame though. I mean, uh, uh, nah, we're not gonna bring that up.
See, we'll
Hell, oh
see.
hell no, on the hourly chart, hell no. You see that shit on the hour? Oh hell no, you see that shit? Hell no, hell no, bro. I ain't taking that shit long. Hell no. You check the hourly chart? Hell no.
did. I did.
Oh, you squinted your eyes like, yeah, that looks like a long. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't take I told you I left the limit on accident. I didn't take it on purpose.
I would purposely get out of it. Hell
That
no.
was my first target on my short.
Was it?
Yeah.
Damn. Isn't that crazy?
I'm only down $1, so I'm not phased right now.
When will you be phased? Well, are you going to scale into this?
You know I got to. Oh shoot, you know I gotta scale in. Cause I know this thing is gonna go back up.
Mm.
I've been watching it too long. I'm not scared.
No, I ain't scared.
We'll see.
Mm. I told my guy last week about a short that he ain't take.
And I was watching it too. You know, I was looking at it like checking back, and I was like, dang, it hit this same spot like 4 or 5 times. It has not broke, but I was just like, nah, I want to short higher. Bro, I'd be up a couple hundred if I took that short up there.
Mm.
Dang. Well, oh well. There'll be other opportunities. I ain't even tripping anymore.
Man, shut the fuck up.
I ain't tripping anymore.
Man, shut the
pull
fuck
up my
up. Yeah, Smith sent me this video. He was like, "Yeah, better legs." Man, shut the.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
That internal dialogue. Oh, get out! Get out! Get out! Yo, your internal voice does be doing that shit too. Calling you an idiot after the fact, after it was sitting there crying. Please get out! Get out! Please, let's go the other way. Man.
He's like, oh well. He said the same thing I said. Well, we'll get him next time. Shut the fuck up. We'll get him next time.
Man. Trading. We all go
That
through it,
really be
man.
happening though.
Yeah, it
Yeah, that
does.
really be happening. I'll be like, damn, such an idiot.
Stupid, stupid, stupid. It's crazy, man. The ones that you be afraid of, the ones that you be like, nah, I shouldn't take this one. Those are the ones you should take. But the ones you shouldn't take, that's you trying to come up with reasons to take it. It's like, yeah, I mean, there's a double top. There's a fair value gap right there. The sun is in its moon right now. Yeah, let's take it. And that one's be completely wrong.
I wonder if they add any additional brokers to this thing. Add an account.
Yeah, so I won't be trading the Apex account tomorrow. I'll just be trading the sim, but I still will be following the rules. Actually, no, I don't actually have to trade the sim. I forgot. So I believe tonight is the last night. So if you trade MFF on their starter plus and their expert accounts, they have a pass one, get one deal going on. And they give you an unlimited time to pass the account. So if it takes you 10 years they'll give you a code in the next 10 years so you can get another account and then take an additional 10 years to pass the account. I bought one, so I guess I'll be trading that tomorrow. But I'll be taking the trades in the sim because it's on Trade and for whatever reason they don't I can no longer trade my Trade accounts through NinjaTrader 8. I don't know what they did. It was probably this issue happened after I went live, so they must have did something on their side, and there's probably they is probably unable. They're probably unable to go back and unchange it because they didn't. So all Trade trades is through Trade, but you know I don't like trading on that shit. No, we
You don't
don't.
like trading on superior product, huh? We get it, I guess.
We don't trade on no damn Trade. I still got my drawings from last year. What about you?
Last year, we don't need any of that. So complete new year, new quarters.
You know, Top Step apparently they're not even allowing new traders. I'm surprised it took them this long to do it. Honestly, they have a competing product, Top Step X. I'm surprised that they didn't been get rid of Trade honestly, but apparently they're no longer allowing new traders to purchase Trade accounts again. And remember what they did the last time.
Mhm.
So this is like the second time Top Step, and this is going to probably be permanent this time. It's probably going to be permanent, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a way to get people to trade on Top Step X. Which I mean, it's not a bad platform. I mean, especially with all the now with the risk modifications and I sent Smith the screenshot, but I've already blocked NQ completely on my Top Step account. I'm not trading Top Step at all or Nasdaq at all.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man, I moved on, man.
Blasphemy. That's blasphemy, even.
No, it's not. It's not. NQ is a straight bitch, and she just does stuff, man.
That's blasphemy.
I mean, you literally got to trade the extremes on Nasdaq to be safe. You may get one or two. She may give you maybe one, maybe even two good setups, but all the rest of them setups, man, you gotta get that shit out the mud, man. You gotta get it out the mud. She'll only give you one or two of them. And I've done the back testing. I know. She'll give me maybe one or two, but she ain't gonna give you more than that. Yeah, this is a. Oh, what the hell? How did this chart get back on my hold on. Okay. I'm not even playing. How the hell did this chart get back on this? Did I do this for like the orb or something? I got the 18, I got my entry chart back on this for the Nasdaq. How did I do that? I don't even remember doing it. That's crazy. I think I was doing it for the orb, but I don't know how I got. This is my entry chart right here for the Nasdaq. Nasdaq think I'm about to start trading her again. No. But yeah, like I said, you'll get one good setup on the Nasdaq. Like this is like a good setup, like a pullback trade, and then you can at least target this high right here. Maybe have a runner. Yeah, you'll get one good pullback, and then it goes. But if you miss that pullback, you're gonna have to get your entries out the mud for real. And she liked to do these pullbacks around London time. So this is a decent pullback right here. You can see that she pulled right back into this range. So she pulled right back into this range, and that was that one good setup that she gave you. And then you had to get it all out the mud after that. If you didn't catch this, yeah, you would have to got that thing out the mud. Got this drop right here. This right here was just random as hell. And then it never even pulled back. Like it just kept going up the entire day. So if it wasn't, I think the orb was the only good entry on this thing was the orb that day. Yeah. Yeah. So and then again, you know she you know what she did. Anybody that played that orb. So the rule would have been I would have been so at the top of this orb right here. This is 45. So this will be the top of that candle. Yeah, I would have been in this. My rule says a point. Yeah, this thing would have pulled back. And this is what the Nasdaq does. So I think the best strategy for the orb on the Nasdaq, because this is what I've seen the first couple of days. This is the range, the opening range right here. And what she likes to do is get everybody that's trading that breakout. She pulls back and stops them out, usually comes back to the 21 EMA, and then she goes in that direction. So actually what I should probably do is well actually I won't mark this now. I'll just do it when I do it, but yeah, I mean the only good setup was the opening range if you didn't get trapped right here. And this was a 108 and it pulled back all the way to 61. God damn. Damn. 108 minus 61. So that was a 47 point pullback. And then it went in the direction. Yeah, that's actually what I'm gonna start doing, Alfred. I mean, so I don't know if you was here at the start of the stream, but I'm already taking down the data with the orb already. Where's that damn document at? And I've already done the first 3 days of this month, and the Nasdaq is a total bitch. She likes to pull back. She likes to false breakout, pull back, and then go in that direction. And I've been taking notes of where her initial reaction is after the break. So the rule is that I have I have the range drawn out, and my entry is going to be a point off of that range high or that range low, just to keep it simple. And if I had a 27 point stop, it seems like it's been pulling back 40 something points, pulling back to the 21 EMA, and then from my entry, it goes in that direction. So that's what it's been doing so far. I've already documented what I've seen, what I've observed already. We do have 2 instances where we do have a range breakout and price reverses to the other side. I believe June 3rd was the only day so far that I've documented that it actually continued in the direction of the orb breakout. But June 2nd, June 4th, so far, it did a 78, 79 break from the range low. Yeah, from the range low. And then it reverses 342 points and 162 points from that reversal. So some great data so far. We'll definitely keep track of this. And I think this is actually the last week for this week, I think. So the 27th will be on Friday. And then I think on that Monday will be the 30th. So so that's what it did also in your back test? Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that's probably the break, retrace, and then look for the entry. Okay. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to do it. All right. So me, Alfred, and Cave Trader have all said and seen the same thing. So I guess that's the strategy then, huh? That's a strategy. Well, I guess everybody now has a strategy that they can start using. We'll back test it. Keep that 21 EMA. Look for that entry. Either you can take the chance at the 21 EMA, or once you see that pullback, then you can put the entry at that or break. Put your stop wherever you need to put your stop at. Probably put your stop underneath or above that candle after that pullback, and then trade it. Hey, Investor Z. So Investor Z said he's going to get in at the break. Okay. Well, all right. So that's it for me tonight, guys. 10:30. It's time for club bed at this point. I think this day was a really great session, and I think the documentation is really going to evolve everybody's trading, and just being able to go back and review our journals, review all of our crafted trades, and actually following our rules. I think what I should probably do, and maybe I should do it. Maybe I should reduce my size for these smaller accounts. But man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. With these smaller drawdowns, yeah, I don't know. But I just can't. I don't know. I don't. Well, we'll see. We'll see. All right. So you posted in the Discord, and that'll be the last thing we look at. Smith, you got anything? You still there? You got anything?
Yeah, I'm here. I got nothing.
Mm.
Just enjoying my positions right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at I do see that you got a bounce. Hopefully so hold on. Well, what are you going to do in this situation? Have you scaled into it, or are you waiting for a break even trade? What do you plan on doing on this?
I scaled in a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but now I'm just gonna wait and see. If we break the low, I'm getting out.
Mm. Okay.
So we'll see.
All right. So yeah, it looks like yeah, this orb strategy, if you do it properly, you'll get paid. We'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it for the rest of this week. We will document the gains, the success rate, and yeah, take advantage of it while it lasts, I guess. But all right, guys, that's it for me. We'll definitely come back tomorrow, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody. Have a good night.
Later.